Hello, this is David, and welcome to Equity Story. I think all in all, on the markets today, the ASX sort of holding up pretty well. Again, just holding this bullish position. The Dow looks particularly good, and actually, when you look at the Dow, we're saying how important it is that we sort of hold in this channel by the end of the week. And I think we've got two more nights left on the Dow this week. Looks like we should hold within that sort of range, that channel. And I think that is really quite bullish for our market for next week. So, there's no reason why next week our market can't continue going up. What I would say has been really strange is, and something that is really sort of I feel quite passionate about is this short selling on the market. I think it's really becoming a little bit ridiculous. And what I've noticed is that this month is that a huge proportion of the stocks that are reporting, whether the earnings results are good or poor, these stocks are getting shorted, and it can be quite scary. And the reason why, I think, if you're a short seller, it's quite a good time, or if you're a big hedge fund and you're going to short a stock, it's quite a good time to do it when stocks report for them, because mums and dads suddenly see the stocks going down 5% and they go, oh my god, something's wrong, and they press the sell button. Well, it's really naughty, and I've been seeing it quite a few times this month. And the short selling is just getting stronger and stronger in our market, and it's getting more and more sort of ridiculous over reporting season. Some of the ones I just talk about, like I just blow this up, like again, I think CGF, which had a pretty decent report. There you see the big black candle. Suddenly it sold down from 11. I think it was about 1160 on that day, about 1167. Sold down to 1123. And again, I felt the result was pretty good from CGF Challenger. I thought it was great. I think obviously people shorted that stock and made some money, and you can see the following days, everyone said no, there's nothing wrong with this, and up it goes and carries on. And again, TWE was another example. Their earnings report was just ridiculous, and the stock, from having a nice move up, suddenly sold down 4 or 5%. Since then, it's obviously had a nice move up, and we took some profits today on that stock. I'll tell you why in a second. And again, you take ORA. Again, I thought the report was stunning. Again, it gets sold down. So, and this is just not these stocks. This is a lot of stocks. And, and again, like Burson today. Burson for me, that short term looks good. This long term chart looks more bullish than ever. This price action today was actually really bullish. Obviously, the shorters came in. They shorted it down. They possibly made their profit or hit their target, and then it got bought back up pretty quickly. And that's good price action. Actually, if you're looking for a stock fundamentally, it's very, very good. And again, holding that trend absolutely beautifully. I should imagine after shorters had their little go at BAP today, which incidentally had a great, I thought the report was superb, strong earnings growth over 30%, and I think you'll see this have some pretty good, here looking on the daily chart, I think you'll see this stock have some pretty good green candles in it over the next few days. Unfortunately, it's just what the shorters are doing, and it's important not to get too nervous or too upset, and just understand that the market can be manipulated, and all stocks can be manipulated over certain periods of time. What I thought I'd do is just go through the trending stocks. Obviously, we took profits today on TWE. A little bit. The reasons we took profits are we're trending a few stocks at the moment. I do like it. I think it could move further. The other thing we do, we look at stocks and see how they've moved in the past, and I think this might have maybe one more week up. I just don't know, but I'm thinking it might. Stocks move in their own way. I think this might move up a little bit more, maybe 205, but I can see it again coming back to this sort of pretty bullish sort of, say, shorter term moving average on a weekly chart. It tends to do that, Treasury winds, so I think that will play out. And at the moment, we've got a few stocks we're trending, so it's a good profit for us. It's 4.65% in 3 weeks. That's sort of over 70% returns annualized. We'll take that any day of the week. Corporate travel is looking, I think, particularly good. Again, just sitting on that buy signal. Excuse me, didn't have the best of moves today, but I think looks very, very good. ALU the same. I think this looks absolutely stunning. This stock looks good for a good move up. Aristocrat again. Sorry, there you go. Looks absolutely fine again. Holding that short-term trend line looks superb. ALQ had a good day today. We've already got a dividend on this stock. Got a little buy signal. I think if it can just move up a little bit tomorrow, by the end of close sort of on Friday, this could have a really good sort of bullish pattern for us to hopefully get moving on for next week. BHP, we just put this trend on. I think it looks even better now, and we've got that sort of around sort of $28 target price, which I think is very realistic in the short term. BAP we've talked about. Downer, great looking trend. We only put this on a few days ago. We've already got a dividend out of it, which is great. Looks very, very good. Ramsey, I've been in this one a while. There was this stage where I think, and still in there, I sort of prefer to have been preferred to trend the sort of juggernauts of the market at the moment, just why I sort of feel the market maybe is a little bit sort of overbought slightly. But I mean, I think Ramsey's just got a great history, and again, we've got this sort of $75 target price on Ramsey, which I think again is pretty realistic. Hansen Technology, again, here's your classic problem of your shorting. They really did a good job on this one today. What a fantastic report, Hansen. Exactly why we buy these companies in the trending. Fundamentally, we know they're good. So if the shorters come in like they did today, again, Hansen, they shorted down to 320. Well, that's absolutely ridiculous. And ended there at 374. Again, I think this is pretty bullish. For me, this is good price action. Again, back there in that sort of level, holding that level again. This should work up now again for the next few days and have the same sort of price action which Domino's has had, up 7.73% today. Two stocks I would like to talk about is the gold stocks, Evolution and Northern Star. Not only at the moment do they look great on the charts, and I think that short-term chart of Evolution, long-term chart looks absolutely fine. It looks very good, not fine, looks very good. And again, Northern Star looks very, very good. I think this issue in Europe in April is seriously there. There's problems in Italy, there's problems in Greece. The plan looks like, the National Front look like they can get in. If I just got a feeling that if Europe totally collapses in the next few months, gold could go on a really, really strong run. So could the Dow. I think we could have a situation with gold doing well and the Dow. I think people will be taking their money out of Europe in droves. And it's very interesting to see that apparently the Germans have already got half their gold back from the States. Obviously, after the war, they left all their gold in America. They're getting it back pretty quickly, pretty fast. I think the Germans are even themselves preparing for the Deutsche Mark possibly coming back and obviously needing it sort of possibly supported by gold. It is really interesting what's going on in Europe, and absolutely, I think, frightening. But I certainly think it's going to be very, very supportive of gold. Just before you go tonight, we have been watching, the markets are moved. The shorting on the market's getting a lot stronger. I think we're working on a plan at the moment. I think that possibly the next reporting season, just seeing that all these, the way these stocks are being manipulated and moving, I think it could give us actually a tremendous opportunity to make some really quick short-term money. We're just putting a little plan together for next reporting season to maybe take advantage of what's going on and take advantage of trying to counteract these short sellers a little bit. So, I can't say too much, but I think we could have some pretty good, aggressive, sort of pretty sharp calls coming in the next reporting season. That's all I've got to talk about tonight on Equity Story. Generally speaking, of course, with the 3-year growth and 10 baggers, I think they're doing really most of them doing pretty well in a tough market in that micro cap. One stock I would like to talk about tonight is EOS. It's starting to move absolutely beautifully on the trend, and that short-term trend looks fantastic. Hasn't had much news out of late, and I think that could potentially be a very, very good sign. And of course, the other one is LNU. You know, we always get excited when these little microcaps start raising their little heads. And again, hello. That looks very, very good. Similar to the other, about a few months ago, we were talking about NUH, and these are stocks we like, but you know, sometimes they just can take a little bit of time before they move. And NUH did the same. Just started, I think around here. We talked about it, started raising its little head, saying, "Hello," you know, the story's on, and then had this nice move up and looking very, very good. And again, Linus having that move, so I think possibly could be a good sign, and we'll see obviously over the next few days. Anyway, that's all I've got to talk about tonight on Equity Story, and I look forward to bringing you this report tomorrow night. Thank you. Good night.